Welcome to Algebra and Math Video Tutorials Episode 2. Now, let's start out with talking about lines. So, in the last episode, we looked at a number line. And, in a number line, you can also put dots and, connect things to it. Now we're going to take it in another direction. So, the topic for today is a type of math called geometry. Not geography. That deals with, mapping. So did you know that math is a form of science? Science is a much bigger thing. It's very, very broad and very general. Math is a type of, practical science based off of physics and astronomy, all those things. So, let's just start off with a regular line. So let's draw a regular line. And no, we're not going to put numbers on it. So imagine a line. There's no saying that you go forwards or backwards or forwards this way, backwards this way. This is just a line. This is just a line. You don't know where it starts, where it begins. It's just, infinite. It just goes on and on and on this way, on and on and on that way. You don't know when it's going to stop. That is kind of a difference when you have this figure. So this is the line, and now you have this. So, what is this right here? What is this right here? Well, these dots symbolize points. That are kind of the boundary points for the line. So instead of this goes, on and on and on, there's no stopping points. These are the stopping points. This may be the starting point, this may be the stopping point, or vice versa. It depends on what direction that you're going. This is something called a line segment. This is just a part of the line. A segment means part. This is just a part of, say, this really, really long line that has a starting and an ending point here because it has the dots here. So going left to right, let's look at this figure right here. So I hope that you can see. And I'm going to draw these arrows for you again. So you have this and you have this. Now what about this right here? Well, you have your dot and then you have an arrow. The arrow, if you look at the arrow, you have the mouth of it. And then you have the line pointing which direction you're going. If it's this arrow, you're going further to the right. If it's this arrow, you're going further to the left. Or in this case, you're going further east, you're going further west. So let's only look left to right. You can look, right to left, but that's just not, natural. And we're going to be doing something on the next episode where you need to look left to right. So think of this dot here. If it is over to the left part of the line, it is the starting point. And this arrow does not mean that is a stopping point of the line. the arrow is just, pointing which direction it's going. And, the starting point and the line is just going to keep going and going. So obviously, you know what that is. Wait a second. However, if the dot is over to the right part of the line, then it is called an ending point, going from left to right. Or, starting, going the other way. But so this is the ending point. So say, this is the line, this is the part of it, this is another part of it, this is the beginning point, and it goes on and on and on and on, and now you've come to the end of the line. With the ending point over to the right side of the line, you go, back, and you go, further back to, say, the beginning of the line with this arrow pointing left. So if the arrow is pointing left and the dot is to the right, it is the end of the line. If the dot is to the left of the line and the arrow is pointing right, it is the beginning of that line. But that's not all. What about this? Well, if you have two dots, one on either side, it's not the beginning or the end of the line. You come back to the line segment. And this could be the beginning of the line, which is, keep going, after this part of the line, another part of the line, keep going further this way. So if you line segment, and then let's pretend this is the starting point. And then this arrow showing which direction you're, going to keep going. You go further to the right, going further this way. So you're going on. So looking at this, let's do the opposite. Well, no, let's not. So you know that this is the end of a line. So, end of the line. Think of, trains, and you're going further this way, you're going, further to, the beginning of the line. I mean, you may call it, ending or beginning, based off of which direction that you're going. These are both line segments. So both of these, line segments. So, obviously, I think, based off of, which way the arrow was pointing, this is, part of the line, this is another part of the line. And then you keep going further, this isn't to say, the end of the line, or maybe it's the end, the part of the line, and then there's, maybe another line. And over here would be that, the ending point of, a segment cuts off. I mean, there's a lot of, things to say on that kind of thing. And you can just keep going and going and going with that same concept. Say, I don't know, doing this here, and then that here. Well, Oh, that's gonna be tough to explain. Line segment, and further that way, 2 line segments here, and then line's gonna go further this way, so, right here you have the, ending of, this part of the line, and then you have them, and then, so, yeah, it's kind of, that one leaves me a little bit speechless. I don't have a lot of words. I think that is mostly just the pictures explaining it. Now we're going to be moving on to the next topic. And that topic is going to be right angle shapes. So right angle shapes. So let's. First of all, let's look at right angles. Obviously, shapes are squares, 4 sides, triangles, 3 sides. But so right angle. I'll just write down right angle here. And how many degrees is a right angle? 90 degrees. Now let's look at this model here. Let's look at this model. So you have, a vertical line, horizontal line here. And that's not, I feel like that I could do better with that one. Let's do that one again. So if I can draw this box on the corners, and it looks like this, it looks, straight, it's like a mini square, like this, that's what it is, and maybe, I could shade it in, then that is a right angle. So I think that you could, this is just a part of a shape. So now we're going to look at, right angle shapes. So this right here, which is, let's call it a square, as you can see, the sides are straight, and there's, definite, corners, and they're all even, and they're lined up like that, then, obviously, we can draw those squares in, and if we can do that, then, it's a 90 degrees right angle shape. We can do the same thing for a rectangle. But now let's look at a triangle. Oh, that's not really good. Let's now look at a triangle. So the sides are not even and they're not straight. And there's not, the corners are not even. So, and we could, draw those, squares in here, but still, it's not, all the sides, are not all 90 degrees. And a circle, well, that would be like 0 on the number line. Neutral, or no value. It means nothing. Doesn't amount to anything. A circle has no sides. Well, no. It doesn't have any corners that are the same. It's just a round. Okay, well, you can draw those squares in, but if I can do that, but the sides need to be straight. The two sides come together straight that make even sides and even corners. So there's no definite corners between one side of the shape and another side of the shape. One vertical, one horizontal. I'm going to get a little crazy here with the next one. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm sure that, you're wondering what kind of a thing that this is here. I'm sure that it kind of looks like a musical note sort of shape. I don't know. Looks like an S. It does look like an S. It's weird. It's really weird. I'm an artist, so, well, not really, but whatever is round, if there's any round sides, then, forget about, right angles and degrees. Both of the sides need to be even. You have this side, straight and even. That would make a corner we can draw that square in. That is 90 degrees. When one, the vertical straight exactly as the horizontal is. We can do the same thing here. Wait, no, there, I guess barely. Here, but not anywhere down there. There's probably one other place to do that. Okay, and that wraps it up, everybody. That wraps it up. So if you found this video engaging and educational, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I will see you on the next episode. We're going to be talking about acronyms in math.